Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2026, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the World Baseball Classic Championship. Team Venezuela versus Team USA. First pitch is going to be here in just a couple minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Tuesday, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, representing Cincinnati Reds and Team Venezuela, the former Seattle Mariner, Eugenio Suarez. And on the right, representing the New York Yankees and the captain of Team USA, all rise, Aaron Judge. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for Team Venezuela. Leading off for Team Venezuela in right field, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, playing third base, Michael Garcia. Batting third, playing first base, Luis Ariz. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing today for Venezuela, Eugenio Suarez. Batting fifth, playing second base, Gleyber Torres. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. Batting seventh, playing left field, Wilyer Abreu. Batting eighth, catching today for Venezuela, Salvador Perez. And batting ninth, playing center field, Jackson Churrio. And on the mound for Team Venezuela, Eduardo Rodriguez. And now let's get into the starting lineups for Team USA. Leading off for Team USA at shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Batting second, playing first base, Bryce Harper. Batting third, playing right field, Aaron Judge. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing today for Team USA, Kyle Schwarber. Batting fifth, playing third base, Alex Bregman. Batting sixth, playing left field, Roman Anthony. Batting seventh, catching today for Team USA, Will Smith. Batting eighth, playing second base, Bryce Terang. And batting ninth, playing center field, Byron Buxton. And on the mound for Team USA, Nolan McLean. We're going to be shooting for 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. We just hit 23,400. So the next goal will be 23,500. And again, we're definitely closing in on the beginning of the regular season, 9 days away for the season opener between the Guardians and the Mariners at T-Mobile. But we have a championship game to call before we get to that particular moment. And it's been a great WBC tournament here in 2026. Arguably the best tournament in this, whole tournament's existence. You had 5 teams that you really felt that could go all the way. Normally it's USA, Japan, or Dominican Republic. And again, we had the Dominican Republic and the USA on the left side of the bracket. You had Venezuela, Italy, and Japan on the right side of the bracket. And even though the USA and the Dominican Republic were heavy favorites, just the way that Venezuela, Italy, and Japan played, on that other side of the bracket gave you a little hope that they potentially could do something special. And now we have Venezuela versus Team USA in the 2026 World Baseball Classic Championship game. Reflect in the building, what's good? Daniel in the building, what's good? Let's get it, baby. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And we should be able to get to first pitch after this next commercial break. It was scheduled, obviously, globally, on the websites at 5, but they had that big introductory, process that they wanted to be able to acknowledge all the countries, the big moments, and then to be able to showcase the players in the championship game. So I don't have a problem with that. So first pitch is rumored to be around 5:20. It's 5:16 right now. So again, it should be in the next few minutes. They might even start a little bit early. And my only concern, for Team USA is this guy right here, Nolan McLean. Now, if we would have had Paul Skeens, Logan Webb, Tarek Skubal, I wouldn't have an issue, but when you end up having someone that isn't a top pitcher, in the game, in the championship, again, the last time that we ended up playing someone like this, what happened? We ended up getting down 8-0 to Italy, and then we clawed our way back and lost 8-6. But again, if you're in the championship game, you want to be able to have your best performers. And I'm kind of curious to see if McLean gets roughed up early, how deep in the pen are they going to go? And I did read a few articles where they did reach out to the management of Team Venezuela and the, pretty much teams that had pitchers that pitched yesterday were kind of wanting, the manager not to play these guys in the championship. So again, it will be a real issue based off starting pitching and bullpen. It's going to be limited. You're not going to be able to see a full pitching staff roster for either country. So that could definitely, cause a different outcome, especially if we had Skubal or Skeens or Webb, it would be definitely a heavily favored, I think, Team USA. But now with Eduardo Rodriguez going against Nolan McLean, it definitely feels like it's a little bit more even. If maybe anything, maybe Venezuela is the favorite now. So again, we know we got a great 1 through 9, but again, pitching is everyone's weakness in this tournament. And then now with limited bodies, based on these MLB teams not wanting anyone to get hurt. Again, we know that Jose Altuve desperately wanted to be a part of Team Venezuela, but the Houston Astros said no because they didn't want any chance of him getting hurt with the insurance and whatnot. So I know Jose Altuve, even though that is a Seattle Mariner rival and a lot of rivals, to the Houston Astros, Jose Altuve definitely deserved to play in this game. And it's just kind of a shame for him, that they finally make the championship game the first time in the WBC existence, and he doesn't get to be a part of it. And you got to think, if Altuve is on the roster, could that be that X factor to give them the win over Team USA? Possibly. But again, he'll have to be watching from the stands. He'll be representing that Venezuela jersey. I imagine they'll pan in on him at some point during the game. And again, it will be a pitching duel. And again, I'm not really sure what to expect. The McLean isn't really that good. So again, if we get roughed up early, how long do they go before they go into the pen? And then once they go into the pen, who's going to be available? Is Skeens or Webb even going to pitch for an inning or two if needed? Or are they off limits? So nobody really knows because they haven't said anything pre-game. So we're going to be finding out in real time as everyone else. And hopefully Team USA will be able to get the victory. But if they end up losing this championship game due to poor pitching, I'm not going to be surprised. So again, it will be a battle. It will be a war. And again, we'll see who ends up coming out on top. And you have to assume whoever's pitching is going to be strongest, based off starting pitching and bullpen, is going to end up winning this WBC 2026 championship between Venezuela and the United States. Andrea in the building, what's good? Jacob in the building, what's good?
AHS presents the ups and downs of homeownership. The AC is struggling.
And we only lost one game in the tourney. Same thing with the Team Venezuela losing to the Dominican Republic. Both teams only lost by 2 runs in those games. But again, I'm a little concerned, with Nolan McLean starting. This should have been Tarek Skubal, but Skubal wanted to go back and do his regular routine for the Tigers. And hopefully this doesn't cost us the WBC championship. Sinker, sweeper, curveball, four-seam fastball, changeup, and cutter for Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean on the mound. Ronald Acuna Jr. in the box. On deck will be Michael Garcia, and batting third this inning will be Luis Ariz. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. First pitch, and a hit right up the middle on Nolan McLean, and I'm not surprised. And again, if this is a trend of things to come, Team USA is in real trouble. Ronald Acuna Jr., first pitch right down the middle, says, I'm not afraid of you, and a nice single right up the middle, Ronald Acuna Jr. Next up, third baseman, Michael Garcia. On deck is Luis Ariz. But again, in that game against Italy, when we had a subpar pitcher, they put up 8 runs, and they were up 8-0 before we clawed back and lost 8-6, with PCA coming up big in the last few innings, but a little too late. Looking forward to the matchup between your Guardians, Jacob, and my Seattle Mariners. First pitch to Michael Garcia, low and away, 1-0 count. 435 average, 1 homer, and 6 ribbies in this 2026 WBC. 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball towards third. Get that double play. Throw to first. Got him. Let's go. Huge. And again, if the pitching is going to be poor, the defense has to be elite. And right now we saw some great elite defense, great double play, and we're going to need a few of those, to probably win this matchup against Venezuela. Great defense there by Team USA. I love it. Even with Harper falling down, getting a chance to be able to toe tap that and get that double play here in the top of the first inning. Great job. Next up is first baseman Luis Ariz. First pitch, inside, four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour by Nolan McLean. 1-0 count. Ariz 348, 8 for 23 in the WBC. 1-0 pitch from McLean, popped up, and this should be an easy 1-2-3 here as you got Buxton at center field, and that is out number 3. First hit by Acuna made me worried, but we got the double play, and that's all that matters. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see who's up next here for Team USA. Leading off for Team USA at shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Batting second, playing first base, Bryce Harper. And batting third, all rise, right fielder, Aaron Judge. On the mound for Team Venezuela will be Eduardo Rodriguez. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. And I definitely had a fear, going into this first inning that we would be down 1, 2, 3. And again, it's definitely a good feeling to know that it's still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. But again, I'm not really sure what we're going to get pitching-wise from Rodriguez and McLean, and I don't really know who's going to be available in the bullpen for both teams. Definitely sounds like a lot of MLB teams reached out to both managers saying, hey, if my guy pitched yesterday, I don't want to see him in this game today. And I know at least 3 MLB managers that reached out to Team Venezuela's head coach, and I imagine there would have been a few reaching out, obviously, to DeRosa there for Team USA as well. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing any of the bigger names, but again, a part of me wants, some of those guys possibly to pitch an inning or 2 if needed, but I'm not sure if that is something that they will allow or not. So definitely something to keep an eye on as we progress in this WBC 2026 championship game between Venezuela and the United States. And it's not really that common, to start off the top of the game in the first with a double play. But again, I'm definitely here for anything defensive that we can get. We know Judge has made some spectacular plays, from right field. And again, we're going to need, second base, third base, first base, everyone in the infield, including the shortstop, be on the point and on, that high-end level of expectations. We're going to end up winning this. First pitch. And Witt crushes it deep to center field. Jackson Churio is there. And that is one away. Work it down a little bit. Down goes Bobby Witt Jr. Flying up to center. And that is one away. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. Next up in the 2-hole for Team USA, first baseman Bryce Harper. On deck, right fielder Aaron Judge. First pitch to Bryce Harper. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 here early. Harper has really struggled. Only 167 average, 4 for 24 in the turning. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Cutter, 90 miles an hour by Eduardo Rodriguez. 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the first with nobody on and 1 out. 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Shallow left field. And Ezekiel Tovar is there, and that is 2 away. Down goes Bryce Harper. Next up, all rise, right fielder Aaron Judge. And Team USA definitely is going to need Judge to probably go yard, and if not, to get a few key RBIs. First pitch, 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Takes that strike. 261 average, 2 homers, and 5 ribbies for Aaron Judge. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees, change up 88 miles an hour for Judge. 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the first. Taking that change up for ball 2. Two-one pitch from Rodriguez. And Judge pops it up and goes towards that first base, foul territory, out of play. Nice souvenir for that fan. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Rodriguez to Judge. Oh, Aaron, you're the captain. We know that Team USA ended up wearing the Team USA hockey jerseys that were game worn. Pitches low and away with a cutter, 90 miles an hour, and they say that's strike 3. That was a delayed ball. Judge can't believe it. And that is the end of the first inning, and we're still knotted up at 0. Go to the top of the second inning and see who's up next here for Team Venezuela. Next up for Team Venezuela, cleanup hitter hitting DH Eugenio Suarez. Hit a homer yesterday. Will he do it again? We will find out. Batting second this inning in the 5-hole, second baseman Gleyber Torres. And batting third, shortstop in the 6th-hole, Ezekiel Tovar. And on the mound for Team USA, Nolan McLean. All right, we're at 9 likes, 41 more to get to 50. Let's get it, baby. Top of the second inning, 0-0 between Venezuela and Team USA. 95 pitch limit for starting pitchers. And I don't think that we're going to get to that point with McLean. That would be a miracle, considering he's probably the weakest starter that we've had in this entire tourney. It would have been much better if Skubal was pitching in this championship game, but it is what it is. First pitch to Suarez, sinker, 97 miles an hour, inside, low and at the knees, 1-0 count. Top of the second inning, 0-0 here early between Venezuela and Team USA. 1-0 pitch, sinker, 98 miles an hour, in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and no out. McLean on the mound for Team USA and Eugenio Suarez in the box for Team Venezuela. 1-1 pitch, little slow dribbler towards third base and foul. 98 mile an hour sinker there by Nolan McLean. Trying to be able to get ahead of the count here as early and often as possible. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And Nolan McLean with a punch out. Are you kidding me? Bringing that electricity. I see you, Nolan. And that is 1 away. Down goes Eugenio Suarez. Next up in the 5-hole, second baseman Gleyber Torres. And typically, Torres is the 6-hole hitter and Tovar is the 5, but they decided to switch it up here in the championship game. First pitch, four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour, right down the middle, 0-1 count. So far, McLean looking pretty poised on the mound. 0-1 pitch. Low and away, sweeper, 88 miles an hour, no balls and 2 strikes to Gleyber Torres. First pitch of the game was a hit for Ronald Acuna Jr., but since he's been starting to lock in. 0-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. That was nasty curveball. That was one of the nastiest pitches I've seen from anybody in Team USA. My goodness, Nolan. Okay. I wasn't aware with your game. Let's go. And that is 2 away. And that froze Gleyber Torres. He didn't know what to do. Next up in the 6-hole, shortstop Ezequiel Tovar. Whoever's starting pitching and bullpen is better, definitely will have a huge advantage in this. First pitch with the sweeper by McLean. Tovar gets a little piece, rolls towards past first base and foul. Top of the second inning, 0-0 here early between Team Venezuela and Team USA in the championship. 462 average, no homers and no ribbies by Tovar. 6 for 13. He was batting over 500. As of the last game in the WBC, he's been very consistent for Team Venezuela. 0-1 pitch and a little blooper into right field that bounces right in front of Aaron Judge, and a nice single there by Ezequiel Tovar. His hot streak continues for Team Venezuela. Next up, left fielder in the 7-hole, Wilyer Abreu. McLean on the mound, Abreu in the box. First pitch to Abreu, right down the middle, four-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour. By Nolan McLean, 0-1 count. 238 average, 1 homer, and 6 ribbies in the WBC for Wilyer Abreu. First time Venezuela has been in the championship game in this WBC. 0-1 pitch, changeup, 82 miles an hour, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first. Tovar with 2 outs. Throw to first, and he is safe. Venezuelan fans don't like that. A rush of boos enter the stadium here in Miami. Got to keep those runners honest. 1-1 pitch, crushed into left field and out of play. Four-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour there by McLean. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first. Ezequiel Tovar with 2 outs. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-2 pitch, popped up, and this should be a routine play here for Team USA. Bobby Witt Jr. is there, and that is out number 3. So far, the pitching duel is going, I don't know, as expected, but it's a little bit better than I think anyone anticipated especially for Team USA not having Screwball, Webb, or Skeens out there. You don't have too many of these guys you trust, but so far Nolan McLean doing a great job. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning and see who's up next here for Team USA. Next up for Team USA, cleanup hitter, DHing, representing the Phillies and Team USA, Kyle Schwarber. Batting second, playing third base, representing the Chicago Cubs, Alex Bregman. And batting third in the sixth hole, playing left field, representing the Boston Red Sox, Roman Anthony. And on the mound for Team Venezuela, representing the Arizona Diamondbacks, Eduardo Rodriguez. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes. Put it on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. It's been a fantastic tourney. We've been getting a really good turnout on every game that we've done here on the channel, which is almost 10. And again, it's definitely lived up to the billing. It's much better than the 2023 final when we had Japan and Team USA, where it only really felt like you had two countries that could win it all. And this is maybe the first time ever in this tournament where you literally had 5 countries that felt that they could actually get it done. The Dominican Republic and Team USA on the left side of the bracket, and then Japan, Venezuela, and Italy on the right side of the bracket as underdogs. And even though Venezuela is an underdog, they still have enough MLB talent to beat the United States. It really is going to come down to pitching and defense. There still are going to be some, clutch home runs and RBIs to be had, but pitching will definitely be the outcome of this championship game in 2026. Venezuela's got 2 hits so far. Team USA, nothing yet on the board. First pitch to Schwarber. Check swing, and he takes a strike with that cutter by Rodriguez, 90 miles an hour, 0-1 count. The 1 pitch, low and at the knees. Curveball, 82 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Looks like Venezuela will be able to use Seattle Mariners' very own Eduardo Bizardo for an inning. I don't got an issue with that. 1-1 pitch. High and away. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Eduardo Rodriguez. 2 balls and 1 strike, Kyle Schwarber. Batting 364 here in the WBC. Bottom of the second inning, 0-0 here early. Pitch is fouled back behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Crowd starting to get a little excited here. The Venezuelan fan base is rowdy, as everyone knows. Bottom of the second inning, 0-0 here early with nobody on and no out. Kyle Schwarber in the box, Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. 2-2 pitch to Schwarber. Big swing and a miss. And a big punch out on Schwarber. What a pitch by Eduardo Rodriguez, bringing that electricity, and that is 1 away. Next up for Eduardo Rodriguez, the former Astro, Red Sox, and now Cub third baseman Alex Bregman. 182 average, no homers, and 4 ribbies for Bregman. He has struggled in the WBC like Bryce Harper. First pitch, cutter inside, 91 miles an hour. Check swing, he went around. At least that's what they say, 1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away, changeup missing, 87 miles an hour by Eduardo Rodriguez. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Bregman. Only 9 days away from the season opener between the Guardians and the Mariners at T-Mobile. And we will be doing some spring training games of the Mariners after this until we get to that point. Big swing and a miss by Bregman on that changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes to to Alex Bregman. Rodriguez on the mound. Bregman in the box. 1-2 pitch. Chopper towards first base. Nobody's there. And wow, what hustle. My goodness, Luis Arise. Incredible. Hard hit ball. He had to go get it himself. And not only that, no one was there to cover first. Pitcher couldn't get there in time. He had to pivot and sprint to first to get that out. That was beautiful defense there by Team Venezuela. Wow. You don't see that. That's a very rare opportunity when the pitcher doesn't cover first in time and the first baseman has to do everything. And that is 2 away. Next up is Roman Anthony. First pitch to Roman Anthony, sinker, 93 miles an hour, high and inside, 1-0 count. Roman doing well in the WBC with 2 homers, 7 ribbies, and batting .318, 7 for 22 in the tournament. 1-0 pitch from Rodriguez. Check swing, high and away with that cutter, 90 miles an hour. He goes around, 1 ball and 1 strike to Roman Anthony. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. Roman Anthony, up-and-coming stud for the Red Sox, in the box. One pitch from Rodriguez, low and away with a curveball, 83 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike from Rodriguez to Anthony. World Baseball Classic Championship game live on Fox, FS1, global broadcast if you want to watch along. 2-1 pitch, low and away with a cutter, 90 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike to Roman Anthony. Three-one pitch, slow dribbler up the middle to the pitcher for first. And that is out number 3. Kind of a nonchalant defensive play there, by Rodriguez, but he kept his composure, didn't overthrow the first baseman, and ended up getting that clutch out. Let's go to the top of the 3rd inning and see who's up next for Team Venezuela. Both countries are calm, cool, and composed. And again, it is going to be a pitching war, but again, not every pitcher will be available for both countries since management, from the MLB teams have called in after last night's game, making sure that some of the guys that pitched yesterday don't pitch today. And obviously, insurance reasons, for certain guys like Jose Altuve, who is Venezuelan, desperately wanted to be on this team, but the Houston Astros said no due to the insurance. And that is a damn shame. We know he's kind of public enemy number 1 to a lot of fan bases. But again, to be able to play for your country, I can only imagine that is a real tough thing for him. And again, he'll be watching from the sidelines. But again, there was quite a few players, that had to kind of step back, with the insurance. But again, what's more important, one particular tournament or the whole entire season for the Houston Astros? And they made their choice. Go to the top of the 3rd inning and see who's up next here for Team Venezuela. Next up for Team Venezuela in the 8-hole, one of the best catchers in the game in recent memory. His career is coming to an end, but he still has game. Catcher Salvador Perez. Batting second in center field, 9-hole hitter, up-and-coming stud, Jackson Churrio. And batting third, right fielder, best player on the team, when healthy, Ronald Acuna Jr. And on the mound for Team USA, Nolan McLean. And that was really my big concern. That's like the one piece that doesn't really belong with the rest of the squad. But again, really only a few pitchers that we had out of 16 that were trustworthy. Skubal, Skeens, Webb, and Mason Miller as closer. Everyone else is very hit or miss and kind of shaky. And then Skubal decided to leave and go back to the Tigers. So that way they wouldn't mess up the rotation for the rest of the team. So we don't have access to him, and probably won't have access to Skeens or Webb if they pitched in previous games. But Mason Miller will be available, and we're probably going to need him late in the game. First pitch, and Salvador Perez gets a nice base knock into right field. Nice diving attempt there by Bryce Harper, but just couldn't come up with it. And a nice single there by Salvador Perez. The OG can still hit. Best believe. Top of the third inning with a runner at first, Salvador Perez. Next up is Jackson Churio. On deck, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Top of the third inning, 0-0 here early between Venezuela and Team USA. Sweeper, 7 miles an hour in the zone for a strike, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch from Nolan McLean. High and away with the fastball, 97 miles an hour. They call that a strike. That was clearly a ball. And we obviously know in the previous round, Team USA beat the Dominican Republic on a ball that ended up being a strike 3 call. And that definitely can't, happen in the future. So I assume that the ABS will be available for the Olympics and the next run in the WBC in 3 years. Top of the third inning, runner at first, Salvador Perez with no outs. 0-2 count from Nolan McLean to Jackson Churio. Oh-2 pitch, low and away, big swing and a miss. And that's the third punch out there for Nolan McLean. I'm so shocked right now. Way to bring the energy and the electricity, Nolan McLean. And that's definitely the worst pitcher that we've had start for this tourney. Next up, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr., who had a base knock on the first pitch of the game. I mean, if Nolan McLean is going to be pitching like Screwball, Skeens, and Webb, yeah, we definitely have a chance to win this. I was just kind of afraid that we were going to get down, like we did when we lost to Italy, when we got down 8-0. Yeah, we scrapped back with PCA and a few others and lost 8-6. So it wasn't as embarrassing, but getting down 8-0 against anyone is embarrassing in this tourney. 1-0 pitch with the sinker, 97 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike from McLean to Acuna Jr. But looks like Nolan McLean ate his Wheaties. He's on point, and we'll see how long we can, have McLean pitch. The longer he can go while being dominant, the better chances USA is going to win this. Big swing and a miss there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ronald Acuna Jr. 2.06 ERA through 8 career starts, and he's showing that type of ability here in the WBC 2026 championship game. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. 0-0 here early between Venezuela and Team USA. A very even matchup in this championship game. 2-2 pitch. And popped up into right field and out of play. Great souvenir for that fan out there. And it wouldn't really shock me either way, if Venezuela ends up winning the WBC for the very first time, or if Team USA ends up finding a way late in this game. Very evenly matched, but pitching will be the difference. 2-2 pitch, high and inside, 99 mile an hour 4-seam fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count now is full with a runner at first and 1 out. If we can get a slow dribbler up the middle for a double play, that would be the best case scenario for Team USA here. 3-2 pitch, and that is going to be a walk for Ronald Acuna Jr. Great eye by Ronald, not forcing the swing. Now we got runners at first and second with 1 out. Next up for Team Venezuela, third baseman representing the Kansas City Royals, Michael Garcia. Nolan McLean on the mound for Team USA. Michael Garcia in the box for Team Venezuela. First pitch. Nice sweeper, 86 miles an hour. For a strike, 0-1 count. Top of the third inning, 0-0 here early with runners at first and second and 1 out. McLean on the mound, Michael Garcia in the box. 0-1 pitch, high and away. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by Nolan McLean. 1 ball and 1 strike to Michael Garcia. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-1 pitch, popped up with the sweeper. And out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 1 out. Team USA is looking for a double play here. Slow dribbler up the middle, or possibly a punch out and a pop up, or a punch out and a ground out, or vice versa. 1-2 pitch from McLean. Low and away, gets away from the catcher. Runners advance. And Will Smith was not able to get that pitch from Nolan McLean. It goes back to the backstop. Now runners at second and third with 1 out. Come on, Nolan. Two-two pitch. Big hard hit deep into center field. But it is caught by Buxton. Salvador Perez is chugging along, tagging up, and scores. And now we have a 1-0 lead by Team Venezuela. Nice job there by Michael Garcia getting it deep enough. And they'll take that. 1-0 Venezuela. Next up, first baseman, one of the best pure hitters in the game. Signed a deal in the offseason with the San Francisco Giants, Luis Ariz. First pitch with the curveball to Ariz, in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Top of the third inning, Venezuela up 1-0 here early against Team USA. Runner at third with 2 out. 0-1 pitch, crushed into left field, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes from Nolan McLean to Luis Ariz. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Venezuela. Obviously, their fan base is very ecstatic and passionate. You know, you can hear all the boos and the cheers from everyone there in Miami. 0-2 pitch from McLean. Hard hit ball. Throw to first. And that runner is stranded at third, but not after that sac fly. Salvador Perez scoring on that. 1-0 Venezuela. Go to the bottom of the third inning and see who's up next here for Team USA. Next up for Team USA in the 7-hole, representing the Los Angeles Dodgers, catcher Will Smith. Batting second, playing second base in the 8-hole, Bryce Durang. And batting third in the 9-hole, center fielder Byron Buxton. On the mound for Team Venezuela, Eduardo Rodriguez. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that no train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Gained a couple subs since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 97 subs to 23,500. And we'll be doing Seattle Mariners spring training games until we get to the point where we have the opener in 9 days between the Guardians and the Mariners at T-Mobile. We're at 21 likes, 79 more to get to 100. We got plenty of people in the room. 223. Just takes a moment to hit that like button to bring more people here to the broadcast. Global broadcast there on Fox, World Baseball Classic Championship Live. Venezuela up 1-0 here early on Team USA. Bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Will Smith from Rodriguez. Cutter 90 miles an hour outside, 1-0 count. One 0 pitch from Rodriguez. Low and away with the sinker, 92 miles an hour. 2 balls and no strikes to Will Smith. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. Will Smith in the box. 2-0 pitch. And Smith pops it up a mile into left field. And Wilyer Abreu calls everyone off, catches it, and that is 1 away. Next up for Team USA here in the bottom of the third, second baseman Bryce Terang. On deck, center fielder Byron Buxton. Terang has been very good, 368 average, no homers and 5 ribbies in the tourney. First pitch to Terang, low and at the knees with the four-seam fastball, 91 miles an hour. By Rodriguez, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch from Rodriguez. And a hard hit ball gets past the first baseman and rolls to right field. There we go. Nice job there by Bryce Terang. And he's probably the lowest name that is a starting player on the roster. And sometimes guys that, aren't really thought of as much as others like Aaron Judge can come up and play with some great confidence. And Terang has been absolutely phenomenal in the tourney. Another base knock for Terang. Next up is center fielder Byron Buxton on deck. Shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch to Buxton. High and away with a changeup in the zone, 85 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Buxton's 0 for 6, no home runs and 1 ribby. And there's a number of players that have struggled in the tourney between Buxton and, Bryce Harper, Cal Raleigh. Some have not really been able to get into a rhythm in this tourney, but hopefully they will once they go back to their teams after this game. 92 mile an hour, four-seam fastball in there for a strike to Buxton. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first and 1 out. Terang at first. Team Venezuela up 1-0 with a sac fly. And you ended up having Salvador Perez scoring from third. 1-0 Venezuela. 1-1 pitch. Throw to first. Trying to keep the runner honest there, and a rush of boos come out. And that'll happen for either country. Venezuelan fans or United States fans, no doubt. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Venezuela. Appreciate that, Andrea. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is inside with a four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 1 out. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. Byron Buxton in the box. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Buxton on that fastball, 92 miles an hour. Missing that badly. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. Bobby Witt Jr. on deck. Come on, Team USA. Make this a game. Two-two pitch. Big swing and a miss, and Rodriguez. Third strikeout today. Down goes Buxton. Rodriguez with the electricity for Team Venezuela. Next up is Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch right down the middle with a sinker, 92 miles an hour by Rodriguez, 0-1 count. Witt is 0 for 1 with a flyout in the first. He's made a lot of incredible plays defensively with Aaron Judge, but we need that bat to come alive in this game. 0-1 pitch to Witt, and he pops it up into center field. Churio is there, calls everyone off, and that is out number 3. We leave 1 run stranded. And let's go to the top of the 4th inning and see who's next up for Team Venezuela. Next up for Team Venezuela, cleanup hitter, DHing Eugenio Suarez. Batting second, representing the Detroit Tigers, the former Yankees, second baseman, Gleyber Torres. And batting third, shortstop in the 6 hole, absolutely been phenomenal in this WBC, Ezekiel Tovar. And we'll see how long Nolan McLean will still be on the mound for Team USA. No pitching changes just yet here in the championship game. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. $27 Real 43 from Aruba. Welcome. And we've been able to get some great viewership all over the globe. Not only when we end up doing Mariner games, but anything like this kind of tourney. We gained a few more subs since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 95 subs to go to get to 23,500. Shout out to all of the fans and individuals watching from Mexico, the Dominican Republic, the Philippines, Canada, Japan, Brazil, Venezuela, Taiwan, Puerto Rico, and many, many others. Shout out to you. Appreciate you very much. We got Noel McLean still out there, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Could have been much worse, but we'll see how it goes here with Gino, who's got a strikeout in the 2nd. First pitch to Suarez, the former Mariner and now Cincinnati Red again for the 2nd time. 0-1 count. 38 pitches in there for Noel McLean. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 1 ball and 1 strike to Eugenio Suarez. Nolan McLean on the mound for Team USA. Eugenio Suarez in the box for Team Venezuela. Big swing and a miss on that sinker, 96 miles an hour by Nolan McLean. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. Top of the 4th inning, Venezuela up 1-0 on Team USA. Pitches low and away with the changeup, 89 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. We're going to miss him in Seattle. There's no doubt about that. We're going to miss Polo as well. But again, with the roster that we have with Brendan Donovan and others, we'll be just fine. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And did not. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Eugenio Suarez. We'll still be rooting for his success in Cincinnati and Polo's success for the New York Mets. But we got a vision and we got a dream. We're trying to get to the World Series for the very first time. McLean on the mound, 42 pitches in. Gino 0 for 1, 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off himself. Hopefully he's okay. Winces in pain. Count still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. $95 subs away from 23,500. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Top of the 4th inning, Team Venezuela up 1-0 on Team USA. 3-2 pitch, hard hit ball towards third base and foul. Sinker, 96 miles an hour by Nolan McLean. And again, the last time that we ended up having a pitcher that wasn't, Skeen, Skubal, or Webb, we got crushed 8-6, and we were down 8-0 to Italy for our only loss in the tourney. 3-2 pitch, and a little grounder up the middle, throw to first, and that is 1 away. Nice job there by Bryce Terang and Bryce Harper, 1 away. Next up, in the 5-hole, second baseman Gleyber Torres. First pitch from McLean to Torres with a sweeper, 85 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Top of the 4th inning, Venezuela up 1-0 in the World Baseball Classic Championship here in 2026. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Gleyber Torres. Showing the replay there of Gino fouling that one off his leg. And an 0-2 count from Nolan McLean to Gleyber Torres. Oh-2 pitch, low and away. Curveball, 83 miles an hour, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Venezuela up 1-0 here in the WBC Championship. Nolan McLean on the mound, 48 pitches in. Gleyber Torres in the box, 0 for 1 so far. 1-2 pitch, low and away, but they call that strike 3 on the sinker. And there's been some questionable calls, in this WBC. Not only Team USA beating the Dominican Republic on clearly a ball on the last pitch of the game for strike 3, but we've seen a few pitches outside of the zone for strike 3 for both countries so far. We'll see how the umping goes the rest of the way. That is 2 away. Should have been a ball, not strike 3. First pitch inside to Ezequiel Tovar, 98 mile an hour fastball, 1-0 count. And Tovar has been one of the MVPs for Team Venezuela, no doubt. 1 for 1 with a single in the second, and he's been on fire in this tourney. 1-0 pitch. Tries to jam Tovar, pops it up. And Bryce Harper gets it in foul territory, and that is out number 3. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning and see who's up next here for Team USA. This is a very even matchup. Now, I had fear, coming into the game that Nolan McLean was going to shit the bed. And again, last time we had a pitcher that wasn't a star, they put up 8 runs on us early, and we ended up losing 8-6. Still, that was the only loss of the tourney to Italy. And we know the only loss for Venezuela was also a 2-run loss to the Dominican Republic. But most people thought the Dominican Republic was the best team in the tourney besides Team USA. So we'll see how it goes. We're only down 1-0 at this point. But again, once these starters go out, Eduardo Rodriguez for Team Venezuela, and then Nolan McLean for Team USA, who's coming in? And there's definitely going to be some restrictions based on who pitched yesterday, and some of the MLB teams kind of, making a phone call to the managers saying, hey, I don't want to see these guys in. So it's not going to be a full, squad for both countries, and that will make it interesting as we get into the game a little bit later. Dank in the building. What's good? Going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Next up for Team USA in the 2-hole, first baseman Bryce Harper. And if anyone needs to get going in this tourney, in Team USA, Harper is definitely one of them. Batting second in the 3-hole, all rise, right fielder Aaron Judge. And we need Judge to hit a homer today or get a big RBI. Let's go, Aaron. And batting third, cleanup hitter, DHing stud from the Philadelphia Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. They still got both starting pitchers out there. And we'll see what Eduardo Rodriguez can do here in the bottom of the 4th. 3 hits for Venezuela, only 1 for Team USA here early. And definitely feels like it could be very close, towards the end. But again, one bad pitcher, from either country could open the game up. And you could score 2, 3, 4, 5 runs in a half inning. And we've seen it before in this tourney. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Gained another sub there. Appreciate you. 94 subs away from 23,500. First pitch from Rodriguez to Harper with a cutter, 89 miles an hour. Big swing and a miss by Bryce. 0-1 count. And we know Bryce is a superstar for the Philadelphia Phillies, but he hasn't played like one here in the WBC. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Now, Harper's defense at first has been pretty good, but again, we need that bat to come alive at some point, especially since this is the championship game. Better late than never. 1-1 pitch, hard hit ball, little grounder, throw to first, and that is 1 away. Bryce Harper's struggles continue here in the WBC, but don't count him out. Next up in the 3-hole, all rise. It's the captain, it's the judge, right fielder Aaron Judge. The best player on planet Earth not named Shohei Ohtani. Come on, Aaron. Got to have a big hit here. First pitch to Judge, low and away with the changeup. 87 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Judge is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. One-0 pitch, and Judge crushes that one out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike from Rodriguez to Judge. But again, it's not just this particular ump. I mean, we've seen many umps, just like in the MLB, be trash. And again, a lot of the umps in this particular WBC haven't been good either. Calling balls strikes and strikes balls, and that's been clear. 1-1 pitch, and Judge crushes that one into foul territory, and it hits the netting and foul. Bottom of the 4th inning, Team Venezuela up 1-0 on Team USA. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound, and Aaron Judge in the box. Bottom of the 4th inning, Venezuela up 1-0. One-two pitch. Check swing, and Aaron Judge went around. 4th punch out there from Rodriguez. And he's definitely bringing the electricity out, especially if you're going to be striking out one of the best players on planet Earth, even if it was a check swing, but he went around. That is 2 away. Next up, in the 4-hole, cleanup hitter for the Philadelphia Phillies, as well as Team USA here, DHing Kyle Schwarber. First pitch, low and away with a curveball, 81 miles an hour by Rodriguez, 1-0 count. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second for Schwarber. Eduardo Rodriguez has been pitching a gem so far, and McLean has actually done okay, considering it's not Skubal, Skeens, or Webb. We're not down 8-0 like we were against Italy, so I guess that we have that going for us here. Pitch is outside by Rodriguez, who's on pitch 44. I think they have a limit of 95, but I don't think either one will go that deep. 2 balls and no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. 2-0 pitch, low and away with the cutter, 90 miles an hour. 3 balls and no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And I don't know if we need to bunt, force a few walks, but again, might have to go small ball at some point for Team USA. 3-0 pitch incoming here from Rodriguez to Schwarber. 3-0 pitch, and that is a 4-pitch walk, and we get Schwarber at first. Got to bring him home. Next up, third baseman, the former Astro, Red Sox, and now Chicago Cub, Alex Bregman. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for Team Venezuela, and Alex Bregman in the box for Team USA. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Venezuela. First pitch from Rodriguez to Bregman, low and at the knees, changeup, 88 miles an hour, should have been a ball, but called strike. 0-1 count. 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second for Bregman. Gained a few more subs since the commercial break. Appreciate you. 0-1 pitch, high and away, cutter, 90 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Bregman. 92 subs away from 23,500. Let's go. One pitch. High and inside with that four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour by Rodriguez. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 2 outs. Rodriguez on the mound, pitch 49, and Bregman in the box, who is 0 for 1 with this 2-1 count incoming. 2-1 pitch, and fouls it behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alex Bregman. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound, Alex Bregman in the box. The Venezuelan fan base is standing up and showing the passion and energy that they've had all tournament long, which is great. They know they have a chance to win their first WBC. Throw to first to Luis Ariz to keep Schwarber honest. And then the Boo Birds will come out, for any country that ends up having a throw to first, whether it's USA fans booing or Venezuelan fans booing when it happens to them. Bottom of the 4th inning, Venezuela up 1-0, runner at first and 2 outs. 2-2 pitch from Rodriguez. Hard hit ball up the middle. Throw to second base with the force out, and that is out number 3. Go to the top of the 5th inning and see who's up next here for Team Venezuela. Next up for Team Venezuela in the 7-hole, left fielder Wilyer Abreu. Batting second in the 8-hole, catcher representing the Kansas City Royals, the OG, Salvador Perez. And batting third in the 9-hole, center fielder, up-and-coming stud, Jackson Chourio. And we'll see if Nolan McLean will still be on the mound or if they'll make a change. It looks like they're still going to have him go, which they should. I mean, he's only given up a run. And again, if you're just tuning into the game, Michael Garcia hit a sac fly to center. Salvador Perez scampered in from third to home, making it a 1-0 Venezuelan lead here in the top of the 5th. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Let them know, Juan. 33 likes, 67 to 100. It's not like we're asking for 500 likes on the stream. We're just trying to get to 100. That's a good rounded off number, and that'll help with the metrics and the analytics, and it'll help more people come through. Obviously with YouTube, they know who we are, and we're going to be able to hit the algorithm. Usually our videos will be towards the top, on YouTube searches as it is. But, if we can get a few more people in the room, it could be some new subs, new viewers that are unfamiliar with the channel. We're getting people all over the globe representing, which is awesome. And again, we do full-time Seattle Mariners here as well. And that season is going to start here in about 9 days, and we'll be doing pretty much every game besides the one game that I'll be going to on the 4th of July. Top of the 5th inning, Venezuela up 1-0 on Team USA. First pitch by McLean with a sweeper, 84 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Hard hit ball deep into center field, and it is out of here. And just like that, Venezuela feeling confident. Wilyer Abreu solo dinger, the second in the tourney, 2-0 Venezuela. And now the pressure is really on Team USA. Great job there by Wilyer Abreu. And this is going to happen, when you don't have Skeens, you don't have Webb, you don't have Skubal. And again, you end up having a pitcher, that isn't normally a star, pitching in the championship game. There's always a chance, the team like Venezuela or whoever we would have played, that could come up with a big play. I guess best case scenario, it was only a solo dinger rather than a 2-run blast or a 3-run jack. or a grand salami, but still 2-0 Venezuela. You got to give them a hell of a lot of credit. First pitch with the sweeper, 85 miles an hour to Salvador Perez, 1-0 count. And if Venezuela ends up winning this game, it'll be their first WBC championship, and it means a lot, to the players and the fans, which it should. They got Keller in the bullpen, which isn't very good either for us here in Team USA. I mean, Skubal kind of fucked us over by leaving, because this would have been Skubal in the championship, and if we have him, realistically, it's probably not 2-0. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high and inside. 96 mile an hour. Fastball there by McLean. 2 balls and 1 strike to Salvador Perez. But there's plenty of talent on both of these countries' rosters, but again, pitching will be the difference. Pitch is low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Salvador Perez. Perez in the box. McLean on the mound. Little chopper, and it goes foul. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Venezuela up 2-0, and you just saw the solo dinger there by Wilyer Abreu, who has been locked in this WBC. 3-2 pitch, and Perez pops it up. Buxton is there in center field, and that is 1 away. Next up for Team Venezuela in the 9-hole, center fielder Jackson Churrio. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. First pitch to Jackson Churrio. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Top of the 5th inning, 2-0 Venezuela. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Churrio. No balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the 5th with 1 out and nobody on. Now, Venezuela was down 2-0 to Italy and then ended up scoring 4 unanswered and finding a way to get that victory last night. And Team USA is going to have to do something similar if they're going to win this championship. 1 ball and 2 strikes from McLean to Churrio. One-two pitch, popped up, and Bryce Terang waving everyone off, and that is 2 away. All right, and it looks like Nolan McLean is done, and Ronald Acuna Jr. is up next. We got a pitching change. All right, so let's look at Noah McLean's final line. 4.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Gave up that big home run to Wilyer Abreu. 63 pitches, 44 strikes. Now they're going to be bringing in Brad Keller. Let me grab that photo here real quick. All right, Brad Keller entering the matchup here for Team USA, already down with a 2-0 deficit. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate that. 90 subs away from 23,500. And if you're just tuning into the matchup in the top of the third, Michael Garcia hit a sac fly to center. Salvador Perez, scored from third base, 1-0 Venezuela. And then here in the top of the fifth, moments ago, Wilyer Abreu solo dinger to center, 414 feet, 2-0 Venezuela. And, I'm not surprised. I kind of felt, that if we were going to end up winning this, we probably would have to come back from behind, considering our pitcher isn't Skubal, Skeens, or Webb. And it's not to say that this Venezuelan, roster couldn't hit home runs off Skubal, Skeens, or Webb. They definitely could. But when you go against a guy that isn't, top tier, sometimes shit happens. Keller on the mound, first pitch with a sinker, 98 miles an hour, low and at the knees, 1-0 count. Ronald Acuna Jr. in the box. Brad Keller on the mound. 1-0 pitch, slow dribbler up the middle. Bobby Witt Jr. throw to first and got it to Bryce Harper just in time. And that is out number 3. And not after the damage is done by Wilyer Abreu, just like in this photo, going yard, making it 2-0 Venezuela. Let's see who's up next here for Team USA. Let's go to the bottom of the fifth with Venezuela up 2-0. Next up for Team USA in the sixth hole, left fielder Roman Anthony. Batting second in the 7 hole, catcher Will Smith. And batting third in the 8 hole, second baseman representing the Milwaukee Brewers, Bryce Terang. All right, we're at 42 likes. We're making some ground. Only 58 more to hit the goal. Let's go. And we're already past the 21,000 view mark already, halfway through the broadcast, which is absolutely fantastic. And again, Venezuela, very hungry, to be able to get their first WBC title. This is the first title game for Venezuela ever in this tournament. And again, they are definitely very capable of being champions here in 2026. It's definitely going to take a lot of grit as well as better pitching. And some of these big hitters, for Team USA have come to, get to a point that they have to come alive, either with a home run by Judge, Schwarber, Roman Anthony. One of these 3 guys is more than likely going to have to hit a home run. And if it doesn't happen, Venezuela might run away with this. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Next up for Team USA, 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second, Roman Anthony. Eduardo Rodriguez still on the mound, wheeling and dealing for Team Venezuela. And Roman Anthony, the up-and-coming stud for the Boston Red Sox, in the box for Team USA. First pitch, four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour, right down the middle, 0-1 count. World Baseball Classic Championship live here on Fox. Global broadcast with your boy here on the NWSF. 0-1 pitch, high and away, four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour by Eduardo Rodriguez, who has been absolutely phenomenal here for Team Venezuela. Hasn't given up a run yet, and we're in the bottom of the fifth with a 2-0 lead for Venezuela. 1-1 pitch. Low and away, four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour by Rodriguez. We got Edward Bizardo, the Seattle Mariner, warming up. He'll only be able to play 1 inning based off the, kind of rules and advice, from the Seattle Mariner organization. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss with that cutter. 90 miles an hour by Rodriguez. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Roman Anthony. Gained another sub since the broadcast in that commercial. Appreciate you. 2-2 pitch from Rodriguez. Low and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Roman Anthony. Gained almost 20 subs on this broadcast alone. Appreciate that. 3-2 pitch. A little slow dribbler by Roman Anthony. Throw to first. And that is 1 away. Great defense there by Venezuela. Next up, catcher in the 7-hole, Will Smith. It looks like Eduardo Rodriguez's day may be done. And again, a much better day than Nolan McLean that gave up the 2 runs. And we'll see who they decide to bring in here after Eduardo Rodriguez. But again, you couldn't have asked, for a better start for Venezuela. He only gave up 1 hit. That's it. And it wasn't a home run, as he gets a standing ovation from everyone there in Miami. Let me see who they're bringing in so we can get the photo produced here. And it will be Edward Bizardo from the Seattle Mariners. Let's go. Always love being able to see players from my favorite team join the party. And Edward Bizardo was our best bullpen pitcher for the Seattle Mariners last year in 2025. Better than Brash and better than Gabe Spire. Eduardo Bizardo comes in after an electric start there by Eduardo Rodriguez. Over 22,000 viewers on the broadcast so far. Appreciate you. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beat with the best beats on YouTube. Eduardo Bizardo from the Seattle Mariners on the mound for Team Venezuela. And in the box in the 7-hole, catcher Will Smith. On deck in the 8-hole, second baseman Bryce Terang. First pitch in there from Eduardo Bizardo for a strike, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch to Smith, high and away with a sinker, 96 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Bizardo to Smith. Will is 0 for 1 with a fly out in the 3rd. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0 Venezuela. 1-1 pitch from Bizardo, popped up and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Smith. Venezuela bullpen, 14 innings, 0 runs allowed. Wow. One-two pitch from Bizardo to Smith. High and inside with a sinker, 97 miles an hour by Eduardo Bizardo. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Venezuela up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. USA is going to need either a miracle, hitting-wise, or they're going to need someone to obviously shit the bed for Venezuela pitching-wise. But so far in this tourney, they haven't really had that many bad performances late. Pitch is fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bizardo on the mound, Will Smith in the box. 2-2 pitch, and that is strike 3 on Will Smith. That sweeper was electric. Wow. First punch out there for Bizardo, bringing the electricity. Did you see that movement on that baseball? Incredible. 2 away. Next up, second baseman Bryce Terang. I'm also kind of wondering if they made a mistake by not having Cal play in this game instead of having Will go in back-to-back games. Even though Will Smith has been the better hitter, I was thinking maybe more defensively, catching-wise, Cal would have been better, but we'll see. First pitch there to Bryce Turang, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away. Sinker, 92 miles an hour, missing by an inch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bryce Turang. Luzardo is wicked. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Sinker, 95 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 out. And Team USA is definitely feeling the pressure. There's no doubt about that. But they already knew, with Noah McLean starting the game, that they were at a disadvantage. 1-2 pitch. And that one is fouled behind the plate by Bryce Turang. And Bryce might be the lowest name, 1 through 9, but he's been one of the more consistent hitters, and he's going to have to come up big again. And then at some point, we may have to see Pete Crow Armstrong, if possible, come in for Buxton. That gives you a better chance, hitting-wise. I would love to see Cal and PCA get a chance to play before this game is over. I mean, especially if we're still down. One-two pitch, low and away with a sweeper, 83 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Two-two pitch and a hard hit ground ball. Throw to first, and that is out number 3. And Team Venezuela is going crazy in the stands. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Venezuela, no runs, and only 1 hit for Team USA so far. Let's go to the top of the 6th inning and see who's up next here for Team Venezuela. Next up for Team Venezuela, third baseman in the 2-hole, Michael Garcia. Batting second in the 3-hole, first baseman, Luis Ariz. And batting third, cleanup hitter, DHing for the Venezuelan squad and also representing the Cincinnati Reds, Eugenio Suarez, the former Seattle Mariner as well. All right, 46 likes, 54 more to hit that goal. We're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Keller on the mound, still here for Team USA. Garcia in the box. Keller on the mound. Japan, Dominican Republic, USA, and Japan, the last 5 winners. First pitch in the zone with a 4-seam fastball, there by Brad Keller. 0-1 count. Michael Garcia 0 for 1 so far today. Top of the 6th, Venezuela in firm control in this game. 0-1 pitch. Garcia pops it up into center field. Buxton is there. And that is 1 away. Down goes Garcia with the pop-up. Next up in the 3-hole, first baseman Luis Arise. On deck, Eugenio Suarez for Team Venezuela. First pitch to Arise, check swing with the sinker, 96 miles an hour. Did he go? And they say he does not. 1-0 count. Top of the 6th inning, Venezuela up 2-0 with nobody on and 1 out. 1-0 pitch from Keller, and Arise pops it up. And Buxton should be able to get this, and that is 2 away. Next up for Team Venezuela, DHing in the 4-hole, Eugenio Suarez, the former Mariner and Cincinnati Red, second time around. Gino homered in the last game against Team Italy to get them on the board when they were down 2-0, and they were able to score 4 unanswered. Today he is 0 for 2. First pitch to Gino, crushes it towards third base, and that is foul. 97-mile-an-hour sinker there by Brad Keller. And another hit ball towards that third base line. No balls and 2 strikes from Keller to Gino. 0-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. Nice job there by Brad Keller. And let's see who's up next here for Team USA. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Time running out for Team USA. Next up for Team USA in the 9-hole, center fielder Byron Buxton. Batting second, shortstop, leading off hitter Bobby Witt Jr. And batting third, first baseman in the 2-hole, Bryce Harper. Looks like Venezuela is going to go with a new pitcher here as well. Jose Butto. We can get the Jose photo here before the commercial break comes back. Now, obviously, Eduard Bizardo could have, continued, but the deal with the Seattle Mariners and Team Venezuela was he would only go with 1 inning. So, Eduard Bizardo's day is done for Team Venezuela. Next in is Jose Butto. They got Pete Crow Armstrong coming in, and we knew that that was a possibility. Like I mentioned, you got to be able to bring in your best players. And again, good decision by bringing him in. All right, Jose Butto on the mound, and Pete Crow Armstrong pinch hitting here late. And this will give us a chance. Just like when we were down 8-0 to Team Italy, who was the guy that rallied us, even though we lost 8-6 in that game. It was PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, filling in for Byron Buxton the rest of the way. Good decision. First pitch, sinker, 95 miles an hour, 0-1 count. And hopefully we'll see Cal Raleigh come in for Will Smith at some point, but I don't know if that'll happen. 0-1 pitch, low and away by Jose Butto. 87-mile-an-hour changeup missing. 1 ball and 1 strike. to PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. Bottom of the 6th inning, Team Venezuela up 2-0 on Team USA. 1-1 pitch from Buto, and PCA pops it up. And Wilyer Abreu is there, and that is 1 away. Next up, 0-for-2 with 2 flyouts, Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch from Buto to Witt, and there for a strike. Sinker, 96 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away with a slider, 85 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bobby Witt Jr. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. One pitch, and Witt crushes it into foul territory, and a rise is there, and that is 2 away. Pitching has just been absolutely phenomenal from Team Venezuela. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Pitching was going to be the difference in this game. And again, Venezuela, so far, manhandling Team USA. That is 2 away. Next up, first baseman in the 2-hole, Bryce Harper. And if there was ever a moment that we needed a home run by someone, it's fucking right now. First pitch to Harper, low and away, changeup, 88 miles an hour, 1-0 count. I mean, even if we don't get a 2-run blast to tie it, just getting to 1 to kind of, just get off the schneid, to get something positive would be good for Team USA here. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and no strikes from Buto to Harper. Best case scenario, Harper gets walked and Judge hits a home run at the next at-bat. That would be the best case scenario. Sports gods, are you listening? Bottom of the 6th, Venezuela up 2-0. Buto on the mound, Harper in the box. So we'll see if Bryce will actually be patient in the box or he'll get a little overly aggressive. Hasn't been able to find the rhythm in this WBC. 2-0 pitch, low and at the knees. Here we go. 3 balls and no strikes from Buto to Harper. If this ends up being a walk, you could possibly get a home run by Judge to tie it up. And if that happens, we'll get the momentum back. All we need is one pitcher to be a little shaky for Venezuela. Pitch right down the middle on a 3-0 count. 4-seam fastball, 85 miles an hour by Jose Buto. 3 balls and 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Three-one pitch. And Harper crushes it into right field. There we go. Here we go. I would have been happy with the walk, but Bryce ends up finally getting a hit. There we go. Nice job there by Bryce Harper. Hard hit ball into right field with 2 outs. Next up, all rise. It's the captain. It's the Judge, Aaron Judge. Let's go, baby. We need one of these right here. Come on, Aaron. If there was ever a time that we needed a big home run swing, it's right now. Come on, Judge. First pitch to Judge, low and at the knees, slider, 87 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Bottom of the 6th inning, runner at first, Bryce Harper with 2 outs. Venezuela has dominated this game. Let's see if Judge can come up big here for Team USA. The best player on planet Earth not named Shohei Ohtani. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and no strikes to Aaron Judge. Named another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. Named over 20 today. 88 subs to go to 23,500. And we got a mound visit with Salvador Perez trying to strategize, on how to pitch Judge. And it's pretty easy. Don't pitch down the middle. You pitch down the middle, it's a home run. So Judge is 0 for 2. But again, you don't want to, challenge him right down the middle. too often. Every once in a while he'll pop up and ground out, but if you test Ohtani and Judge enough times, eventually they're going to get you. 2-0 pitch from Jose Puto to Aaron Judge incoming. Bottom of the sixth with a runner at first, Bryce Harper, and 2 outs. 2-0 pitch right down the middle. Maybe should have swung at that one. Slider, 88 miles an hour by Puto. 2 balls and 1 strike to Aaron Judge. Jose Puto on the mound. Aaron Judge in the box. 2-1 pitch, low and away. Slider, 86 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike to Aaron Judge. And we'll see if Judge will end up taking the walk here. Doesn't look like they want to pitch to him down the middle, which I don't blame him. You still want to be up 2-0, not tied 2-2, and lose the momentum. 3-1 pitch. Right down the middle with the strike. That definitely fooled Judge based on Salvador Perez leaning way outside, but having it come right down the middle. Should have swung at that one. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes for the runner at first and 2 outs. Puto on the mound. Aaron Judge in the box. Crowd is going crazy here in Miami. 3-2 pitch to Judge. And Judge with the chopper towards third. Throw to first. And that is out number 3. They leave one stranded, and Team Venezuela hyped. Only 2 hits total for Team USA so far. All right, let's go to the top of the 7th inning. Time running out for Team USA, and see who's up next here for Team Venezuela. Next up for Team Venezuela, in the 5-hole, second baseman Gleyber Torres. Batting second in the 6-hole, shortstop Ezequiel Tovar, who's been absolutely phenomenal in this tournament for Team Venezuela, even though he's one of the lower name guys in the tourney. And batting third, who hit the solo dinger in the 5th, left fielder Wilyer Abreu. And Team USA going with a different pitcher as well. And that's going to be Will Vest. See if we can get a photo of Will Vest here quickly. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. All right, Brad Keller's day is done for Team USA. Next up for Team USA here will be Will Vest. All right, we're at 54 likes. We only need 46 more to hit the goal, and we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Top of the 7th inning, Venezuela still up 2-0 on Team USA. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 count. And they got Pete Crow Armstrong there in center field for Buxton, and that should definitely increase our chances of getting something on the board. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Gleyber Torres. Slider, 89 miles an hour by Will Vest. No balls and 2 strikes to Gleyber Torres. Detroit Tiger versus Detroit Tiger here. Pitches low and away with that slider and gets away from Will Vest. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Gleyber Torres in the box representing the Tigers, and Will Vest on the mound for Team USA representing Detroit as well. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and got Gleyber Torres to chase, and that is 1 away. Next up for Will Vest, in the 6-hole, shortstop for Team Venezuela, Ezequiel Tovar. One of the lower name guys in the lineup 1 through 9. But again, same thing with Bryce Terang. Sometimes the guys that are maybe not as well known can end up stepping up into the big moments, and those two definitely have for each respective country. First pitch from Vest to Ezequiel Tovar. Slider, 87 miles an hour, high and away. Inside the zone, though, 0-1 count. 1 for 2 with a single in the second by Ezequiel Tovar. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is inside with a sinker, 95 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Vest to Tovar. One pitch. And a hard hit ball into deep left center field. And that's going to be a single there for Ezequiel Tovar. And again, just like I mentioned, just because you're not a famous big name like Ronald Acuna Jr. doesn't mean that you can't be the most consistent player in the tourney for your representative country. Nice job by Tovar. Next up, left fielder in the 7-hole, Wilyer Abreu. And Wilyer Abreu ended up hitting a home run there in the top of the 5th to give them the 2-0 lead. Will he do it again? First pitch, high and away, four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And it's almost, right now you're already down 2-0, but if they end up getting a home run here, it's over. There's no coming back. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees with a slider, 87 miles an hour, 2 balls and no strikes to Wilyer Abreu. And this is why we needed Screwball in the championship, to be able to face a team that, is going to be going with most of their top guys. And, no disrespect to Nolan McLean and the others, but it's not the same. 2-0 pitch. And then throw to first to keep Tovar honest, and the boo birds come out from the Venezuelan fan base. And it's not like, Screwball, Skeens, and Webb are untouchable, but I think that we would have accepted those guys getting roughed up more than just having a random jobber come in and try to win it for us in the championship. When's the last time you've seen not the strongest lineup in a championship game? Kind of rare. But again, there is restrictions on, who can play and, who chooses to play and who doesn't. But you got to give Team Venezuela credit. They definitely are earning it here tonight. 2-1 pitch to Wilyer Abreu, and crushes that one into left field, out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Vest to Abreu. Will Vest on the mound for Team USA, and Wilyer Abreu in the box for Team Venezuela. Two pitch, and a little check swing to first, and that is 2 away. Runner advances to second. Tovar. Next up for Team Venezuela, the best OG catcher in baseball right now, Salvador Perez. Vest on the mound, Salvador Perez in the box. First pitch to Perez towards that third base line, and they're going to call that foul. And that definitely would have scored Tovar, making it 3-0. And again, it's going to take a miracle for Team USA to come back, or at least, someone on Venezuela not pitching well for a half inning for us to come back. But pitching has been absolutely immaculate, for Team Venezuela, and they've been the better hitting team as well. 1 for 2 so far for Salvador Perez. Top of the 7th, 2-0 Venezuela in the championship game. 0-1 pitch, slider, 89 miles an hour, big swing and a miss by Perez, as he clenches his teeth. He knows he missed that one. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second, Tovar, and 2 outs. Best on the mound, Perez in the box. O2 pitch, and Perez pops it up. Shallow center field, and Judge is there, thank God, and that is out number 3. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning and see who's next up here for Team USA. Your time is running out. 7th inning stretch. And you only got 2 hits this whole game. Venezuela, in retrospect, has 2 runs and 5 hits and no errors. Next up for Team USA here in the bottom of the 7th and the 7th inning stretch. In the cleanup spot, DHing Kyle Schwarber. Again, we need Judge, Schwarber, Roman Anthony or Pete Crow Armstrong to homer, or we're done. Batting second in the 5-hole, third baseman Alex Bregman. And batting third in the 6-hole, left fielder Roman Anthony. You have to assume, Judge, Schwarber, Anthony, and Armstrong. Those are going to be the guys most likely to homer, late in the game. But again, pitching has been immaculate and fantastic by Team Venezuela. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Let's get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Yeah, I heard that the reasoning with Gunnar not starting as well as PCA, was based off pitcher, in that particular situation, righty to lefty, lefty to righty and whatnot. Same thing with Cal instead of Will Smith and whatnot. But, again, when you end up being in a championship game and you don't have the best pitcher in the world, or one of your top guys representing, there's no Screwball, there's no Schemes, and then no Logan Webb. It's like out of the 16 pitchers, Team USA only had 4 good ones, and then you got Mason Miller as the closer. And it's not like Mason Miller could start the game. And then you already had Schemes, go in the previous game, and as well as Webb. So obviously if Screwball wouldn't have left, to go back to the Tigers, he would have pitched in this game. Now, would he have given up 2 runs? We'll never know. He could still have given up a home run to Willie Abreu. But I will tell you this, we would have had a hell of a lot better of a chance with Screwball on the mound. And again, it's still going to be a 2-0 score. But again, kind of weird, to have a no-name pitcher for Team USA and Nolan McLean, trying to win a championship when he's not even considered one of the best pitchers on planet Earth. But again, there is, quite a few restrictions, from these MLB teams that allowed some of these players to play. It's like with Venezuela, they wanted Altuve to play, but Astros said no due to the insurance. So, first pitch to Kyle Schwarber, 0-1 count. But again, the last time that we had a jobber pitcher play, what happened? We got down 8-0 to Italy. PCA helped us come back. We lost 8-6, so we didn't get absolutely crushed. But again, when you don't have one of the top guys, shit like that can happen. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike to Schwarber. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Zerpa to Schwarber. But you got to give Venezuela credit. It's not like they only have like one guy in the MLB. I mean, their whole lineup is MLB players. And so 1-2 pitch. High and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Zerpa to Schwarber. But again, we have quite a few guys that could potentially help us come back. Judge, Schwarber, Roman Anthony, Pete Crow Armstrong. You would assume those 4 guys are the home run guys. Not to say the others can't, but 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And Zerpa gets out Schwarber, and that is 1 away. Next up, third baseman Alex Bregman. First pitch into Bregman for a ball in the bottom of the 7th, 1-0 count. Yeah, but a lot of the players, that we know that can hit home runs just haven't really had a really good tourney. Bryce Harper hasn't been very good. Schwarber, had some action early, but has been struggling a little bit. Cal Raleigh hasn't really done anything in the entire WBC. And then Judge, you can't expect him to homer every game, and he's trying to do his best. He's been able to make plays in right field and hit a few homers, but we definitely need someone to step up here. 2 balls and 1 strike from Angel Zerpa to Alex Bregman. Let him know, Juan. 2-1 pitch. High and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Alex Bregman. But unless we get a meltdown by one of these, relief pitchers in Venezuela, it's over. And again, Venezuela might still score, another 1, 2, 3 runs before this is over, depending on who we bring in. 3-1 pitch. Hard hit ball towards third base. Throw to first. What a throw. Michael Garcia representing the Kansas City Royals and Team Venezuela with the defense. And that is 2 away. And the last time that we had a runner in scoring position was the 4th inning against the Dominican Republic. Shows you, we have been struggling offensively. And then if you don't have your best pitchers out there, this is the type of shit that happens. Next up, left fielder Roman Anthony. And Roman's been hitting a few home runs in this tourney. He could definitely do it here. We need to get to 1 at least. First pitch right down the middle. Slider 87 miles an hour by Angel Zerpa. 0-1 count. Roman is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. But again, we need Roman Anthony to kick it into high gear. We're running out of time. 0-1 pitch from Zerpa. And almost hits Roman Anthony. He has to kind of maneuver his body out of the way. And also, again, not having Gunnar Henderson, Pete Crow Armstrong starting, as well as Cal Raleigh, wasn't really ideal either. But again, restrictions, from some of the teams, calling the managers. And if they ended up playing in the previous game, same thing went with the Team Venezuela manager. They didn't want to see some of those guys playing today. 1-1 pitch. Low and away with the slider, 86 miles an hour. Looked like that should have been a strike, but it's called a ball for Zerpa. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Two 2-1 pitch. High and away. 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. And again, the same reason why Skubal went back. If they didn't want to mess up the rotation, even though it is spring training going into the regular season. So, again, every player has their preferences as well as their teams. 3-1 pitch. Pitch is inside, and there we go. We get a walk to Roman Anthony. Here we go. Nice job by Roman, not getting baited there, and we'll see if Zerpa is done. Next up is catcher Will Smith, and it looks like Zerpa is done. It looks like Machado will be coming in. Andres Machado coming in. See if we can get a photo. All right, Andres Machado coming in for Team Venezuela and Will Smith in the box for Team USA. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. We already gained about 20 plus. See if we can get them a little bit more before the game ends up ending. And we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. All right, we're at 58 likes, 42 more to hit the goal. First pitch from Andres Machado to Will Smith, 98-mile-an-hour sinker, 0-1 count. Bottom of the 7th inning, Venezuela has been in firm command, 2-0 lead with a runner at first, Roman Anthony with 2 outs. Andres Machado on the mound, Will Smith in the box. 0-1 pitch, check swing, and Will Smith takes another strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Will Smith. And you got to give Team Venezuela credit, man. They have been amazing today. Oh-2 pitch, and Smith pops it up. And that is out number 3 in foul territory. Great job there by Team Venezuela. Team USA is running out of time. And let's see who's up here for Venezuela in the top of the 8th. Looks like Griffin Jacks is coming in. All right, so it looks like Will Best and his time is done for Team USA. They're going to be bringing in Griffin Jacks. Next up for Team Venezuela, in the 9-hole center fielder, Jackson Churio. Batting second in right field, leadoff hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr. And batting third baseman in the 2-hole, Michael Garcia. And if you're just tuning in the top of the 3rd inning, Michael Garcia hit a sac fly to center. Salvador Perez scored 1-0 Venezuela. And Wilyer Abreu got a solo dinger in the top of the 5th, 414 feet, 2-0 Venezuela. And that's where we sit right now. 2 runs, 5 hits for Venezuela, no runs, and only 2 hits for Team USA. That is not going to get the job done, on top of not having one of your best pitchers on planet Earth representing Team USA here. But Venezuela wants this more, just like the Dominican Republic and a lot of the other countries. Not to say that Team USA doesn't want it, they want it, but it definitely, you can feel that it means more to Venezuela and obviously the fans that are in Miami right now. Yeah, should have had Cal catch this game instead of going Will Smith back to back. Should have started Gunnar Henderson, should have started PCA, and Skubal should have never left. And then if Skubal would have pitched this game, maybe we win. But obviously without him, looks like we're going to lose unless a miracle happens. First pitch from Jax to Churio in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Churio. No balls and 2 strikes in the top of the 8th. Need another sub since the last commercial break. Over 20 today, which is awesome. 0-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Jackson Churio. Griffin Jacks with his first punch out entering the game with a little bit of electricity here for Team USA. 1 away. Next up for Griffin Jacks, leadoff hitter, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. And really, it only feels the only way that Team USA is going to come back to tie it or potentially win is if, you end up having a meltdown by one of Venezuela's bullpen pitchers. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I highly doubt it. First pitch to Acuna, outside, 1-0 count. Top of the eighth, Venezuela has been in firm control in this championship game since the beginning. Little chopper, throw to first, and that is 2 away. Good defense there by Team USA. Bobby Witt Jr. to Bryce Harper. Next up, third baseman, who's made some defensive plays as well, Michael Garcia. Griffin Jacks on the mound. Michael Garcia in the box. Garcia 0 for 2 with a sac fly and an RBI in the third. First pitch, low and away, but in the zone. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by Griffin Jacks, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jacks to Garcia. I mean, maybe we should have had the Dominican Republic go against Venezuela. That would have been probably a better championship game, considering they would have had a better pitcher to start than we did. 1-1 pitch, and that is popped up. And Will Smith in foul territory, and that is out number 3. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Let's see who's up next here for Team USA. Next up for Team USA in the 8th hole, second baseman Bryce Terang. Batting second in the 9th hole, center fielder PCA Pete Crow Armstrong. And batting third, leadoff hitter, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. And again, if we're going to come back, it's probably going to be in this inning. If it goes to the next, you'll have an opportunity for Harper, Judge, and Schwarber. But again, if we're going to come back at all, it has to happen here. Terang with a base hit, Pete Crow Armstrong with a home run, Witt with a single. You have to get on some type of run. And then obviously, once you go after those first 3, then you got Harper, Judge, and Schwarber. And Harper has struggled in the tourney, but did get a base hit earlier today. And again, we need Judge, Schwarber, Roman Anthony, PCA, some of the big hitters to come up big, but Venezuela's pitching has just been too good here today. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. And we're just approaching 30,000 views on the stream, which is awesome. And 20 plus subs. We're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. But again, if we would have had the Dominican Republic and Venezuela in the final, probably would have been more exciting. Probably would have been higher scoring. Still a couple opportunities left here for the United States. But as soon as I saw that Nolan McLean was pitching this game, I already kind of knew the chance of winning would be slim. All right, Andres Machado on the mound for Team Venezuela. Bryce Terang in the box for Team USA. First pitch, four-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour with some high heat, 0-1 count. Andres Machado on the mound and Bryce Terang in the box. Oh, 1 pitch, and Terang crushes it into left field, out of play. Sinker 98 miles an hour. And Machado, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bryce Terang. Bottom of the 8th inning, Venezuela up 2-0 and have been in firm control of this game from the very start. Oh, 2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and Machado with another punch out. His first K, bringing that electricity for Team Venezuela
as well as all the fans there in Miami. 1 away. Next up for Andres Machado, 9-hole hitter and center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. On deck is Bobby Witt Jr. All right, I'm looking to see if there's any issues with it, so appreciate it. Bottom of the 8th, 0 Venezuela. 0-1 pitch. And a little dribbler up the middle. Up the first, and that is 2 away. Next up for Andres Machado. Leadoff hitter, Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch, Machado to Witt, 99 mile an hour, four-seam fastball, outside, 1-0 count. Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts. 1-0 pitch from Machado, high and inside, 2 balls and no strikes to Bobby Witt Jr. Appreciate you. Hoping that we get at least one person to show some love. $10 holla. Appreciate you. 90 to go to hit the goal. We're at 10, 90 to go to hit the goal. Appreciate you very much. Bottom of the 8th. Team Venezuela up 2-0. Team USA running out of time. Well, considering we didn't have one of our really good pitchers start the game, pitches outside, and that is a 4-pitch walk. It's been good for Venezuela, hasn't been good for Team USA. So, and I think it would have been a better championship game if Skubal was pitching, or if Dominican Republic would have advanced over USA. I think it would have been a more exciting game. Maybe, like a 5-3 or 5-4 game or something of that nature. I think, and the electricity with the fans would have been better. I think the players would have played better. But again, I have never seen, a championship game where you don't have your best guy. But again, if Skubal would have pitched, maybe we win. If Skeens would have pitched, maybe we win, but he pitched last game. If Logan Webb would have pitched, maybe we win. But that's the problem, when you only have 3 good starters, out of 16, and the best one decided to leave, and Skubal. So, I don't want to blame it on Skubal, but again, if Skubal would have stayed, maybe we win this WBC. But, starting it with Nolan McLean, you ain't going to win the championship with that. So, got to give Team Venezuela credit. They've been the better team from the very start. Better hitting, better pitching, and the fans have been a little bit more passionate as well there in Miami. First pitch to Bryce Harper, 1-0 count. We got a runner at first with 2 outs. Harper in the box, Aaron Judge on deck. And Harper back, yes! Let's go. Bryce Harper taking it deep, and he's been struggling in this tournament. Are you kidding me? First home run in the tourney, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast. Better late than never. Way to bring the electricity, and just like that, in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, we're knotted up at 2 with Aaron Judge on deck. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. 432 feet. Unbelievable. And he's probably been, one of the top 2 that has struggled the most. Cal Raleigh, number 1. Bryce Harper, number 2. Incredible. You know it, baby. I got the Cal Raleigh stitched on right now. Wow. And again, just when you thought Team USA, is just rolling over and it's over, the guy that struggled the most besides Cal Raleigh in this tournament, Bryce Harper says, hey, we're not going down without a fight. And now the momentum has shifted to Team USA. Unbelievable. Wow. First pitch to Judge by Machado. And Machado has been incredible. So for him to be able to give up that home run to Harper, unbelievable. 1-0 count to Aaron Judge. I think so. I'll agree with that. And it's not giving up hope, but I mean, if you've actually watched every pitch of this game, there was no indication that was going to happen. There was more likely a chance of the game finishing 2-0 or possibly 3-0 Venezuela. But every once in a while, a blind squirrel will get a nut, I guess. And it's not like Bryce Harper has been good in this tournament. He's been one of the worst. So for people that act like, this, was going to happen. No one knew that was going to happen. Give me a break. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Aaron Judge. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Sometimes that's all you need is that first dono to get the party started. Time is called by Salvador Perez. And we got to be extremely lucky that we actually had someone on base when that happened. Solo dinger would have been great, to have it be 2-1, and still no guarantee that we would have gotten that second run if it was a solo dinger by Harper. But just the fact that we had somebody on, huge. And now momentum has shifted and Team USA actually has a chance. And that's strike 3 on Aaron Judge. And it's definitely clear on the people that have watched this tournament, pitch by pitch, and the people that have not. This is not an MLB game, and Harper obviously is a great player in the MLB, but has not been good in this WBC, clearly. Nice job there by Bryce Harper. And let's go to the top of the 9th inning and see if Venezuela can retake the lead. Team USA going with Garrett Whitlock. All right, Garrett Whitlock coming in here for Team USA in the top of the 9th. Next up, in the 3-hole, first baseman Luis Ariz. Batting second, DHing Eugenio Suarez. And pitch hitting for Gleyber Torres. I believe they'll do the same scenario as they did before. They'll bring in Andres Jimenez from the Blue Jays. Andres Jimenez photo posted here shortly. And first pitch to Luis Ariz almost gets hit. 1-0 count. Ariz in the box. Garrett Whitlock on the mound. 1-0 pitch, high and away, 93-mile-an-hour sinker there by Whitlock. 2 balls and no strikes to Luis Ariz. And obviously Venezuela, they're not feeling too good right now. I mean, they were in firm control of this game for 8 innings until that one swing by Harper. And again, Harper hasn't been good in the tournament, but better late than never. 2 balls and 1 strike to Luis Ariz. Two-one pitch, high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Luis Ariz. Top of the 9th inning, we're knotted up at 2 after a miraculous 2-run blast by Bryce Harper in the bottom of the 8th. (3-1) pitch, and that is going to be a 5-pitch walk. Ariz to first. Next up for Team Venezuela in the top of the 9th, DHing in the cleanup spot, Eugenio Suarez. On deck, second baseman Andres Jimenez coming in for Gleyber Torres. Pinch runner is Sanoa. First pitch is low and away with a slider, 85 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And Whitlock isn't looking very good here early. Yeah, huge moment for Bryce, And again, just because players are great, during the regular season in the MLB, like Bryce Harper and Cal Raleigh and a few others, doesn't mean that they're going to be great in this tournament. And again, Bryce hasn't been good in the tournament. Cal has probably been the worst because he hasn't really had as many opportunities, and the opportunities that he did have, not many pitches down the middle, outside and inside. And anytime he did get a pitch down the middle, it ended up being a foul ball. Just hasn't been able to get into a really good rhythm. But again, with Bryce Harper, better late than never. And I'm happy that we have a 2-2 game here in the 9th. Throw to first, and Sanoa is safe. (1-0) pitch to Gino. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first and no outs. We're knotted up at 2 after Venezuela dominated this whole game until the bottom of the 8th, and Bryce Harper ended up hitting a 2-run jack. That was not expected whatsoever. And now we have a 2-2 game and some momentum. Throw to second. Get him! Oh, he's safe. Can we get a replay? That was close. What a throw by Will Smith, but let's check to see if he was safer out here. And they're going to challenge. Kind of looked out on the first angle, but second angle he looks safe there. Looks like the foot got in there before the tag. So I think he's safe, but we'll see what they call here. Hell of a throw by Will Smith. Maybe if it was a Cal Raleigh throw, it would have been slightly better, but you never know. Top of the 9th, we're knotted up at 2. But I think that let's look again here on the 3rd replay. Gosh, it's close. I need another angle. Let's see if they can get this back reverse angle here. This might be the best angle. From that angle, clearly safe, but kind of hard to see the tag when you're on that reverse angle. But looks safe to me. Okay, runner is safe. I think that's the correct call as well. I mean, we already got the one controversial call for Team USA beating the Dominican Republic on a ball that was, strike 3. That shouldn't have been called. So glad that they got that right. The last thing that we need is, Team USA to get some favoritism in back-to-back games. So even though there was some bad calls early for both teams, with that 2-1 pitch to Gino. Big swing and a miss. Change up 83 miles an hour there by Whitlock. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and no outs. Whitlock on the mound, Gino in the box. 2-2 pitch, and Gino pops it up and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Whitlock to Gino. Here at Whitlock on the mound, Eugenio Suarez in the box. Two-two pitch. Pitch is high and inside. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. Top of the 9th inning. We're knotted up at 2. Three-two pitch. Tino crushes it into left field. What a play! Runner is coming home, and Gino makes a huge play. 3-2 Venezuela. And again, Gino had a big home run when they were down 2-0 against Italy, and he got the party started, making it 2-1, and they ended up scoring 4 unanswered. And again, you know, everyone coming up with some electric moments here late. In the bottom of the 8th, it was Bryce Harper. In the top of the 9th, it's Eugenio Suarez, the former Mariner, and now Cincinnati Red for the second time. Great job, Gino. Next up, coming in for Gleyber Torres, Andres Jimenez. You know, and again, for the first 7 innings of the game, a little boring. You know, them up 2-0. You know, no real fight from Team USA, but finally able to get that big 2-run blast by Harper. But now Gino responding here in the top of the 9th, and we're going to have an electric finish. That's for damn sure. First pitch to Andres Jimenez in there for a strike from Garrett Whitlock. 0-1 count. Gino's had a good tourney for Venezuela, no doubt. There's a reason why he's on the thumb. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike from Whitlock. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andres Jimenez. Oh-2 pitch. And a little chopper towards first base and foul. But at least we have some drama late in the game in the 8th and the 9th, instead of it just being a 2-0 final Venezuela, and then U.S. just rolls over and, you know, doesn't do anything. So I'm happy that they at least fought back, and they're going to have to fight back in the 9th if they want a miracle here. But give Venezuela a lot of credit. 0-2 pitch. Chopper towards left field, and it hits the netting and foul. Top of the 9th inning, Venezuela regaining the lead 3-2 after a Gino big RBI. And the Venezuela dugout and crowd are going bananas. Jimenez crushes that one on the opposite side towards the right field wall. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and no outs. Venezuela regaining the lead in the championship 3-2, and I'm just happy that we ended up getting some runs before this one is over, regardless of the outcome. 0-2 pitch from Whitlock, and Jimenez is grinding this at bat out, and that one goes out of play again. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and no outs. Yeah, no one wants to get shut out, regardless what country is playing. So 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and no outs. And both countries are limited, with the guys that they can use for pitchers in the bullpen. So quite a few managers reached out to these managers and said, don't bring my guy in if they played yesterday. 1-2 pitch popped up by Jimenez into left field. Roman Anthony is there, and that is 1 away. All right, looks like Whitlock is done. Curious to see who they're bringing in here. I believe it's Rogers that'll be coming in. All right, Tyler Rogers gets the nod. Should have probably had Rogers come in before Whitlock, if we're really being honest, but Rogers has got a sidearm delivery that is wicked and really hard to hit, so I don't really know the decision with Whitlock going first, but I think going with Tyler Rogers would have been smarter, but, we obviously know DeRosa isn't really the smartest guy on planet Earth. So. All right, Tyler Rogers coming in to try to secure only a 1-run deficit rather than 2 or 3, but it is the top of the 9th with a runner at second and 1 out. Next up for Team Venezuela in the 6th hole, shortstop Ezekiel Tovar, and on deck, left fielder in the 7th hole that had a solo dinger, Wilyer Abreu. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. First pitch with the slider, 73 miles an hour by Tyler Rogers. 1-0 count, and one of the most wicked deliveries out of any pitcher in this entire tournament. But will he be accurate to be able to hit his spots? Time will tell. 1-0 pitch to Tovar. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ezekiel Tovar, who's been one of the hottest hitters, not only for Venezuela, but in this entire tournament. Top of the 9th, runner at second with 1 out. 3-2 Venezuela. Gino with a big RBI for Venezuela. Tovar pops it up with frustration. And that is 2 away. And Gino gets back to second base before he ends up blundering a double play. Next up, left fielder Wilyer Abreu. And Wilyer Abreu has been like Gino, has been able to step up in big moments for Venezuela with really critical big home runs. They're reviewing to see if Gino was out. Like, why would Gino run like that? So hard from second into third. I mean, you're already up 3-2. Do you really want to risk, a double play when you don't? We've already seen one of those blunders, in the tourney, where the runner ran with only 1 out and ended up getting caught with a double play. But Gino should be good here. Slides into third and ends up tagging the bag and then goes back. If he didn't tag the bag and missed it with his foot, then it would have been, a double play. So I don't think we need to look at this too much here. 35 more to 100. Let's get it. We're at 10 on the dono train with Reflect. 90 to go. No more challenges for Team USA. In another sub during the commercial break. Appreciate you. 20 plus here tonight, getting close to 30. 86 subs away from 23,500. PJ in the building, what's good? Now, we were getting dominated for 8 innings, down 2-0, and thankfully Bryce Harper came up big. And they're going to intentionally walk Wilyer Abreu. And they're going to bring up, Salvador Perez? I don't know if that's the right decision, but we'll find out. Bryce Harper not having a great WBC tournament, but coming up big with a 2-run blast to tie the game up. But then Gino, Eugenio Suarez, who gave Venezuela the solo home run when they were down 2-0 to Italy yesterday to start their run. They scored 4 unanswered and ended up advancing and winning against Italy. And Gino comes up big here in the top of the 9th with an RBI. Not surprised. Gino does Gino things. And now Team USA is down by 1 with runners at first and second and 2 outs. First pitch in there inside. Check swing. Did he go? They say he did not. 1-0 count. Tyler Rogers on the mound with that sidearm approach. Salvador Perez, the best OG catcher in the league in the MLB. Had a fantastic career, Salvador Perez. 1-0 pitch. Perez crushes it into left field, but it stays in play. Roman Anthony is there for out number 3. And now Team USA is down to their last 3 outs. And let's see if they have the bodies to get the job done. A lot of pressure here on Team USA. Next up, for Team USA here in the bottom of the 9th inning, cleanup hitter, DHing, stud from the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. Batting second, third baseman in the 5-hole, Alex Bregman. And batting third, 6-hole hitter, left fielder, Roman Anthony. So at least, in this last bottom of the 9th, you got Schwarber, who's due for a home run, who can hit a home run. Roman Anthony has hit a couple of home runs in the tourney, so at least we have 2 out of 3 that could potentially tie the game up by a home run. Bregman isn't necessarily a home run hitter, but you never know. Maybe he'll get walked or get a base knock, for the other individual to make a big play. So we'll see how this goes down. But right now, Gino, being a real key piece for Venezuela yesterday against Italy and today in the top of the 9th, with that key RBI after we tied the game up down 2-0 to 2-2. He said, not so fast. I'm going to put Venezuela on my back. Big RBI by Gino, and now we're down by a run. And again, much better than instead of being a 2-0 final. At least we got a little bit of magic in these last 2 innings. So we'll see if Team USA has the magic again. Bryce Harper had a pretty terrible WBC here this year, but he came up and big. And again, it's better late than never. And again, if Harper can come up with a big home run, you best believe if Schwarber can get a pitch anywhere near the middle of the plate, same thing with Roman Harper, we're going to have a chance. I guess the most dramatic final would be, a walk-off home run and we win 4-3. But again, I guess you can't get too greedy. I think at this point, we just want to tie it up. And if it goes to extras, so be it. But again, if you really want to have that excitement, a walk-off, by Roman Anthony would definitely do it. Daniel Palencia in the game here for Venezuela. All right, Daniel Palencia on the mound for Team Venezuela. Kyle Schwarber in the box for Team USA. Bottom of the 9th, 3 outs away from Venezuela being WBC champion for the very first time. Let's see what happens here. First pitch from Palencia to Schwarber, 1-0 count. I mean, if we can get Palencia to shit the bed and, be off his marks, that might be the difference here in this matchup. Little slow dribbler towards first base and foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Daniel Palencia on the mound, Kyle Schwarber in the box. Bottom of the 9th, Venezuela up 3-2. Big swing and a miss. Splitter, 86 miles an hour by Daniel Palencia. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. One-two pitch, high and away. Holy cow, how did Salvador Perez get that? What reflexes by Perez. Catchers always amaze me, whether it be Will Smith, Salvador Perez, Cal Raleigh, they have such a responsibility for those wild pitches. TJ with a tour, appreciate you. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Schwarber. Daniel Palencia getting the job done, 1 away. Appreciate you. Another $2 holla on the Dono train. Agreed. Appreciate you, TJ. Much better than a 2-0 final by Venezuela. At least, you had a little bit of excitement at the end. All right, next up is Alex Bregman, and we need Bregman to get a hit or a walk, and then maybe Roman Anthony could be the hero. Oh, they're going to bring in Gunnar Henderson. I like that. I like that. All right, come on, Gunnar. Gunnar could homer. Same thing with Roman Anthony. Gives you a better shot than Bregman. I like this decision. The only thing I wish is that Cal would have got a chance. Pitch is high and away by Daniel Palencia, 97-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball, 1-0 count. Palencia on the mound, Gunnar Henderson in the box. Come on, Gunnar. Probably should have started Gunnar Henderson in PCA in this game. 1-0 pitch. Gunnar pops it up. And that's going to be in play. Damn it. And that is 2 away. They are 1 out away from their first WBC championship. And last but not least, left fielder representing the Boston Red Sox, Roman Anthony. He does have a few home runs in the tourney like Judge. Gain another sub. Appreciate you. 85 to go to 23,500. First pitch to Roman Anthony, high and away, 1-0 count. Valencia on the mound, Roman Anthony in the box. Anthony is 0 for 2 today. Pitch is high and away, 98-mile-an-hour. Strike, 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Daniel Palencia on the mound for Team Venezuela, Roman Anthony in the box for Team USA. Gained another sub, 84 subs do 23,500. Shout out to TJ and Reflect for getting us on the board there on the Dono train. 1-1 pitch, splitter in there for a strike. And now they are 1 strike away. Miguel Cabrera and all of the Venezuelan fan base, not only there in Miami, across the globe, can feel it. They can taste it. 1 strike away from being WBC champions for the very first time. And time is called. And hopefully if the Team USA gets into a championship game in 2029, hopefully we'll be able to have a Skubal or a Skeens on the mound to actually give us a chance. You know, having a no-name Nolan McLean start the game, I already knew it was going to be very tough to win this game against Venezuela. And thankfully Bryce Harper got that home run. Otherwise we would have probably lost 3-0. 1-2 pitch from Palencia. Big swing and a miss, and there it is. Venezuela winning their first WBC ever. And Eugenio Suarez is the hero. Wow. It means more to Venezuela. It means more to the Dominican Republic. So I'm kind of happy, that you ended up getting one of those 2 countries. And it probably would have been a better, championship game. Not to say that this one wasn't good, but again, I think it would have been higher scoring with a little bit more drama if you would have had the Dominican Republic advance instead of Team USA, unless Team USA would have had Skubal or Skeens on the mound. But with everything being said, congratulations to Venezuela. Congratulations to Gino, the former Mariner and now Red, for the second time. They earned it. And again, it means more to them. This is something that they're never, ever going to forget. And again, Team USA needs to realize if you're in the championship game, you need your best players available, not Nolan McLean. So awesome job by Venezuela there. And I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I sure as hell love calling this WBC. We will end up doing some spring training games for the Mariners, and we're 9 days away from the season opener between the Guardians and the Mariners at T-Mobile. And again, I'll do a few spring training games for the Mariners until we get to that point. So love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Final score in the World Baseball Classic 2026 Championship: Venezuela 3, Team USA 2. And again, the emotions are very high for everyone there in the building. Congratulations, Venezuela. And I got one question for you. Well, you know, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Shout out to Reflect and TJ. Love you guys. And I am out. Got you.